guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It's 9 o'clock on the Thursday. It's time for a Magic Stuff. Now today, I'm back with another one of the 3 best trick series. And this time, I'm going to be talking about 3 tricks with Mem Decks that you've never seen before. Now this is a concept I did a little while ago. I did 3 tricks with a Mem Deck you've never seen before. I'm doing 3 more tricks with a Mem Deck you've never seen before because that last video was so popular and people said they wanted to see more routines with the Mem Deck. To be honest, it baffles my brain that so few magicians use a Mem Deck. I don't understand why. You know, I speak to magicians about it, and a lot of them say, oh, it's because it's too difficult to learn, it's going to take me too long, I can't be bothered. Guys, Ryland does a Mem Deck. Ryland actually knows 3 different Mem Decks, but by the by, Ryland does a Mem Deck. If Ryland can do a Mem Deck, and he's done it from the age of 6, then I'm sure that everyone else can do a Mem Deck as well. It's not that difficult to learn. It's really not. And it allows you access to a whole bunch of tricks that don't require many moves, that are just simply amazing. And I'm going to present 3 more routines with a Mem Deck that you've probably never seen before. And my goal is hopefully to inspire you to learn how to do a Mem Deck. If you do want further information on a Mem Deck, you can go look at my video I did a little while ago now, which is the Hows and Whys of Mem Deck Magic, or you can look at the video that I did previously on 3 tricks with a Mem Deck that you've never seen before. You can go and check those out, but in this video, I'm going to be talking about 3 more tricks with a Mem Deck that you've never seen before, and we're going to start with the legend, Darwin Ortiz. Okay, so the first trick we're going to be looking at is, it's called $1 Billion Brain. And it's by Darwin Ortiz. Now, I'm going to tell you now, this is not a short routine. This routine takes quite a lot of time to perform. It can take anything up to like 7, 8, 9 minutes, which is a long time, to be perfectly honest. And because of that, this is a routine that you don't want to do when you're doing mix and mingle. You don't want to do this when you're trying to grab an audience's attention and you're going to be trying to be quick and snappy. That is not the time to do a trick like this. The time to do this trick is when you've got the audience invested in what you're doing. A parlor show, this works really well in a parlor show. At the end of the night, after you've done a gig and the client comes back to you and says, hey, can you do one more thing? When you're around a friend's house, magic conventions, just when you're able to grab the audience's attention and hold the audience's attention, this is a wonderful routine to be able to do. It's called $1 Billion Brain, and if you perform it, you can pretty much guarantee that anybody who watches this will think that you have unbelievable, undeniable skill that they've just never seen before. That's what you're going to be ending up with, because what you're doing is so plausible. And the other thing I like about this routine, and you're going to see it in a second, I'm going to do a performance of it, but the other thing that I like about this routine is the deck is being shuffled by the spectator. The entire deck is shuffled by the spectator in several different ways, several times, and yet you're still doing this wonderful routine, and at the end of the routine, the deck is back in full deck stack, which is great. I mean, what more could you possibly want? So, without further ado, let's have a look at a performance of the $1 Billion Brain, and I'll talk about why it's so good. Luke, we're going to do something with a pack of cards. Now, I don't know if you know this, but I have a very big brain.
Yeah.
And I'm going to prove to you just how big my brain is using a deck of playing cards. And we'll give them a bit of a mix-up. What I want you to do, my friend, and this is very, 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 very important, is I'd like you to cut the deck into about half. So there's half in each. It's up to you exactly how much, but roughly about half. That's fine. Yeah. If you're happy, I'm happy. I'll take half, you take half. What I want you to do is you shuffle your half, I'll shuffle my half. I'm aware that you are not the best shuffler in the world, and you do not like shuffling either, but try your best, and then maybe give the cards a few cuts or something as well. When you're happy.
Still shuffling, Nolan.
It's okay. Take your time. Take your time. I don't want to interrupt your flow or anything like that, because you're doing
Stick you in there.
You're doing a great job. Okay. You're doing a great job here.
Cut it.
If you want to. Oh, I
that?
like how you did a little kit cut there.
You've
been learning stuff, haven't you? You've been learning stuff. What do you reckon, Jack? Pretty good?
Yeah, he's all
Pretty
right.
good. Not too bad, right? I tell you what we'll do. Do you want to shuffle my half, and I'll shuffle your half as well? There you go. Just give them another shuffle.
You're taking the mitt now.
No. I just want to make sure that they're all really well shuffled.
This is why we switch places, just so you get a look to shuffle.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Now, put your cards there. So everything's shuffled. You cut originally, obviously. Now turn one of the piles face up. It's up to you which pile. That one there? Mm-hmm. Okay. And do you want to shuffle them together, or do you want me to?
You do it, mate.
Okay, so we're gonna, and I want you to see that it's not some sort of weird thing. They really are being shuffled face up into face down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we've got a situation where some of the cards are face up, some of the cards are face down. We'll smush them a little bit more. We'll turn some face up, some face down, some face up, some face down. What I'm trying to do here is create a mess, and I think I've handled that very well. So think about this. You cut the cards, you shuffled, we shuffled them face up into face down. We've mushed them all up.
Yeah.
But while the cards are being shuffled face up into face down, I was keeping track of them. And I can tell you right now that there are 30 face up cards in that deck. And I'll prove it to you. Pick up the deck. And I want to deal them into 2 piles. I want to count the face up cards. And we'll see if I'm right. I'm telling you right now, 30 cards. Go. 1, 2. Yep, quick as you can. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29,
What the?
30. Now that's not too bad, right?
Yes.
But here's the thing. Take these face-up cards. I'm going to put the face-down cards into the card box without changing the order.
Yeah.
Shuffle those face-up cards.
Oh, God, again.
Yeah, just give them a quick shuffle because I'm telling you, here's the interesting thing.
What?
While you were dealing the cards into 2 piles,
Yeah.
I was watching the face-up cards. And I have memorised every single card in that face-up pile.
Right.
I want to spread the cards out so you can see the faces and I can't. And if I manage to tell you a card that's in that pile, I want to put it onto the table face up. My goal is to tell you every card you've got in that pile and not make one mistake.
Christ, okay.
So let's see if I can do this. Right, okay, so you started off, there was a 6 of hearts. So put the 6 of hearts face up there. There was definitely a 6 of hearts. And I want to, I know Jack's not looking at me at the moment. The camera's not looking at me, which is fine. But I want you to know that I'm not looking at the cards at all. Very good. After the 6 of hearts, I'm pretty sure that I saw a 10 of spades. There was definitely a 10 of spades there. I saw a 10 of spades.
See if I can see it.
There was definitely a 10 of spades there. I'm pretty sure of it. It was a 10 of spades.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And then there was a 5 of diamonds. I remember the 5 of diamonds.
I'm just going to do this, mate, to be honest.
It's okay, yeah, cool. However you want to do it. But I remember seeing a 5 of diamonds in there.
Yep.
Okay. And then there was also there was a king of diamonds. So grab the king of diamonds out as well.
King of diamonds. Yep.
Yeah, and then there was there was I'm sure I saw the 2 of clubs go past. I grabbed the 2 of clubs. Think about this. I literally looked at these face-up cards for like 1 second. I'm not going to make one mistake, I promise. 3 of hearts. There was also a 3 of hearts. There was a 3 of hearts, definitely. Yeah. And there was also, yeah, put the 3 of hearts there, but there was also an 8 of diamonds. There was an 8 of diamonds there as well. And as we eliminate the cards, you'll find that it's a little bit easier to find these, but there was definitely an 8 of diamonds. Yeah. As well as the 8 of diamonds, there was a 5 of clubs. There was a 5 of clubs in there. You can put the 5 of clubs down there.
Yep.
Yeah. There was also a king of spades. And what was interesting is next to the king of spades, there was actually a jack of diamonds as well. So I put the king of spades and the jack of diamonds down there because they're both in there as well.
Spades.
Yeah, there's also, that was a jack of spades, but I knew that was in there, but don't worry about that. I knew about that. I was going to say that later.
Say jack of diamonds?
No, there's a king of spades, king of spades and a jack of diamonds.
Yeah, but I've got the jack of diamonds.
And there's a king of spades in there as well.
Of spades.
Definitely went past. Yeah, pop those 2 there as well. Also, there was a 8 of clubs. I'm pretty sure I saw an 8 of clubs go past as well. And there was a 10. You know, we got the 10 of spades earlier on. There was also a 10 of there was a 10 of clubs. There was a 10 of clubs, definitely a 10 of clubs. And there was a king of hearts. I remember seeing a king of hearts.
King of hearts.
And as well as the king of hearts, there was a jack of clubs. There was a jack of clubs as well.
Yeah,
there you go. Told you. There was also, it's getting harder now, but I'm pretty sure I saw a 7. There was a 7. It was a black 7. I'm pretty sure that was the 7 of clubs. There was a 7 of clubs in there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought there was. And there was a 10 of hearts.
Yeah.
There was an ace of diamonds.
Yeah.
There was a 4 of spades. There was definitely a 4 of spades. Yeah. And then there was a 7 of hearts. No,
Yeah.
7 of diamonds it might have been. 7 of diamonds. No, it was a 7 of hearts. It was definitely a 7 of hearts.
Yeah,
But there was a 4 of diamonds. That's where I was making a mistake. There was a 4 of diamonds there as well.
Yeah.
And there was also an ace of clubs and there was a 9 of clubs. Yeah, there was definitely, it was an ace of clubs and a 9 of clubs. Ace of clubs, 9 of clubs. Oh, there was a jack of spades as well. There was a jack of spades. You showed me the jack of spades earlier on.
Did, yeah.
There was also a queen of diamonds. Interestingly, there was a jack and a queen. There was also another black 7, wasn't there? There was another 7 of clubs because we had the 7 of spades earlier on. No, we had the 7 of clubs earlier on, so there's the 7 of spades. Yep. There was also there was another queen, isn't there? There's another queen. There's a queen of spades.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how many cards left?
4.
There's a 10 of diamonds and a 6 of clubs, an ace of hearts and a 9 of diamonds. Which is crazy when I only just saw those go past for literally a split second. But here's the thing. The face down cards I never saw. The face down cards we put in there, we never saw because you dealt the face up cards out. Yeah. Never saw the face down cards. I've shown you that I can very quickly calculate how many face-up cards there are in a deck. I've told you how I can literally look at something for a split second and remember it. I can also look at something and tell you the order. With one look. Let me show you, watch. Done. I've now memorised the order of these cards.
No, you ain't.
No, genuinely. One flick. Just wanted to check on the 16th because I wasn't sure there. No, seriously, I wanted to check. But I've got it. And I'll prove it to you. Look, I'm going to hold the cards like this. Because if I hold them like this, you can't accuse me of using marked cards or something because I can't even see the back of the card. There was a 4 of clubs. Then after the 4 of clubs, there was a 2 of hearts. And then there was a 7 of diamonds. After the 7 of diamonds, there was a... that's a heart. No, it's not a heart. It's a... yeah, it's a heart. Is that a heart?
No.
No, it's a club.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the 3 of clubs. Then you've got a 4 of hearts. Sorry about that. I made a mistake there. Sorry. Then you've got a 6 of diamonds. Then you've got a ace of spades. Then you've got a 5 of hearts. Then you've got a 9 of spades. Then you've got a 2 of spades. Then you've got a queen of hearts. Then you've got a 3 of diamonds. Is it a 3? Yeah, 3 of diamonds. Then you've got a queen of clubs. Then you've got a 8 of hearts. There's an 8 of hearts there. And after the 8 of hearts, there was a 6 of spades. And next to the 6 of spades, there was actually a 5 of spades, which is kind of interesting. Then after the 5 of spades, there was a 9 of hearts. Is that a 9 of hearts? Then next to the 9 of hearts, there was the king of clubs. Then after the king of clubs, there was a 2 of diamonds, and then there was a jack of hearts. Yeah, jack of hearts, that's right. That should leave us with 2 cards, which was the 3 of spades, the 8 of spades, and that's how you do that with one quick look.
You weird man.
I know, right?
That is nuts.
So that's the routine. As you can see, it's a really long routine, but I absolutely love it. It makes a great finale to a bunch of Mem Deck magic. You want to get the audience's attention, first of all, like I said earlier on. So let me talk about some of the advantages, some of the reasons that I love it. First of all, like I said, it leaves the deck in full deck stack. Now, that's a really important consideration for me anyway. As a walk-around gigging magician, as somebody who does a lot of walk-around magic, I need my Mem Deck to reset. I don't want to be in a situation where I'm taking that Mem Deck out of stack. This entire thing resets the stack every single time I perform. The second thing I like about this is that it's not actually that difficult to do. Considering what you are achieving, it's actually almost self-working. There's no moves in it at all, really, other than a little packet switch very early on in the routine when the spectators are shuffling the cards. There's not really that much else to it, and yet you're doing this wonderful display of skill. The next thing I like about it is the spectator is genuinely shuffling the cards. They're shuffling the cards, they're shuffling each individual packet. They can then shuffle the cards face up into face down. And yet, as I said, at the end, the deck is back in stack. And the construction of the way that this is done is great. I really love this. The other thing is that the routine builds. So in the first phase, they cut the cards, they shuffle the cards, face up to face down, you're turning cards every which way, you're flipping them over, all of this stuff, and immediately you can just turn around and say, there's X amount of cards face up. And it's a very outlandish claim, but then they deal through the cards and you show that you're correct. Just that in itself is a really incredible moment to a layman. But then you turn around and you say, I can tell you every single card that was face up, which is impossible. And then you proceed to do that. You proceed to tell them every single card that was in that face up pile. And then in the final phase, you tell them that you've memorized the order of the rest of the cards, and you show that you're correct and you have memorized the order of the rest of the cards. By the time this display has finished, this is less of a trick and more of a display of skill. By the time this display is finished, the audience are going to be convinced that you can do absolutely anything with a deck of playing cards. At the end of the routine, like I say, it's back in stack, so you can go into anything else that you want to go into, which is really nice. Or you can just give the deck a full shuffle and a couple of false cuts, and you can go into another Mem Deck routine. It's completely up to you. Yeah, I absolutely love this. Like I say, the one drawback, it's not really a drawback. It's something you need to be aware of, but because it's such a long routine, you do need to have the audience invested in your performance. But beyond that, I've never seen another magician perform this, other than Darwin, obviously. It's something that's flown under the radar of a lot of magicians, and even magicians that do Mem Deck magic. And it's such a shame because it is such a great routine to do. So there you go. That's the $1 billion brain. That's the first routine with a Mem Deck that you've probably never seen before. Let's go on to routine number 2. Okay, so in the second routine, we're going on to another legend of Mem Deck magic. Obviously, Darwin has published a lot of Mem Deck magic, which is incredible. And the second person we're going to be talking about is equally legendary when it comes to publishing magic with Mem Decks. And I am, of course, talking about Michael Close. Now, Mike published this in Workers number 5. And if you are into Mem Deck magic, then please, I implore you to go pick up a copy of Workers number 5. It is available directly from Mike Close as an ebook now as well. So there's no excuse not to get it. Workers number 5 has so much great material with Mem Decks. It really does. And it's well worth investing in it, to be honest. It's well worth getting that just so you've got access to this incredible material. So this is Mike Close's variation on Smiling Mule by Roy Walton. The original Smiling Mule by Roy Walton involved having 2 aces. Basically, you put them together in the middle of the deck, and then what happens is you get them to pick a card, and when they pick a card, the aces separate and sandwiches the whole deck, and it's kind of a gag thing. And then you spread through face up. I can't remember Roy's original method. I think it was a cull from a face up deck. And then you've got the ending that you're about to see in this routine. What Mike Close did with this is he was able to come up with a way of doing it with a Mem Deck, so you're not looking at the faces at all, which makes the routine very powerful when you think about it, because you're not looking at the faces at all at any point. And even though you're not looking at the faces, you are still able to do this incredible routine and ultimately find the spectator's card. I'm going to show you a performance of it, and then when I've performed it, I'll talk about why it's so good. You're going to help me with this. So look, we've got a deck of cards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm going to take out the 2 red aces for this. So we're going to take out the ace of hearts and the ace of diamonds. 2 red aces. Okay. Take the 2 red aces out the deck. All the cards are there, but we're going to take out the 2 red aces. And those 2 red aces are going to help me find your card that you're going to name in a minute. You're not going to pick a card, you're going to name a card. Okay? Now, I'm going to put the 2 red aces into the middle of the deck face up. So you can see that down in the middle of the deck are the 2 red aces. Mm-hmm. I'm going to make the card that you're freely going to name appear in between those 2 red aces.
Right, okay.
Would that be good?
That would be amazing. Yeah.
Watch. Name the card.
6 of clubs.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah? Watch this. If I just shake, what happens is the ace of hearts appears on top, the ace of diamonds appears on the bottom, and so technically your 6 of clubs has gone in between the aces, because the aces now has every card in between it, including the 6 of clubs and every other card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but you don't look impressed.
Yeah, you said you were going to catch my card, didn't you? Specifically. Need to
Okay,
impress
let
me now,
me
mate.
let me try again. Do you see the aces? Yeah.
I do.
If I do this, what happens is the one disappears off the top, the other one disappears off the bottom. Down in the middle, there's the two aces. One card in between them. Which one did you say? The six of clubs. There you go, just for you.
God.
So there you go, let's be honest, it's what dreams are made of, right? It genuinely is what dreams are made of when it comes to Mem Deck Magic. It's a very nice revelation of a playing card. The cool thing about this is, it feels like you're mixing up the deck, because you're taking the two aces out of position, you're doing the routine with the two aces, but in reality, just by putting those two aces back into the deck at the end of the routine, you're back in Mem Deck order. And the nice thing about the two red aces, in the moniker at any rate, they're in position number 39 and position number 51. So they're near the face of the deck anyway. So you just take those two cards out, you can go into this routine, and you can just put those two cards back into position, and you're reset effectively back into Mem Deck stack. So just like the previous routine, it keeps the deck in Mem Deck order, which is very, very important. It's a very important consideration when you're doing Mem Deck Magic. What else can I talk about this? Well, first of all, what I like is you're doing a gag. So you're talking about how would you be impressed if the aces caught your card. You're doing a gag because obviously the aces end up on the top and the bottom, and you know, the gag is all of the cards there, so obviously your card is. But even though you're doing a gag, you've still got that incredible moment, because you're doing the pass, you've got that really nice moment of the aces just visually jumping to the top and the bottom of the deck. Excuse me. And then a couple of seconds later, the aces disappear and they go back into the deck, and they've got their card right there in between them. I mean, it's a really strong moment when you actually think about it. There's a lot of magic happening in a very short period of time. And that's the other thing that I love about this. A lot of Mem Deck routines are drawn out. It's a little bit like the $1 billion brain. They do go on for quite a while. And there's not that many routines with a Mem Deck that are like really quick and really snappy, unless you're just jazzing with the deck. Name a card, 7 of diamonds, boom, there it is. Name another card, whatever it may be. Unless you're jazzing with the deck of cards and you're jazzing with a Mem Deck, which is really fun to do. But unless you're doing that, a lot of the routines are longer, sort of more drawn out routines. This is not. It's very quick. I'm going to take out the two aces. I'm going to use them to find your card, gag, find the card, end of trick. So, you know, there's that to it as well. And it is really visual, and it's unexpected, because they think that you're just doing this gag. When you spread the deck out the second time and you show that their selected card is right there in between the aces, it just knocks them for 6. It really does. So it's a really great routine. It's well worth learning. You can get it from Workers number 5. It's by Mike Close. It's one of my favorite Mem Deck routines. Now we're going to go in to the final routine. So the final routine with the Mem Deck that you've probably never seen before is an unpublished routine of mine. And it will be published at some point in the future, but it's currently unpublished. This is a routine with a new wallet that has come out from the 1914. This wallet has a number of very unique features. It has very unique benefits, and I've been working with this wallet for quite a while. I don't know if this video is going to come out before the wallet has been released to the Magic community or after the wallet's been released to the Magic community. Because of that, I can't really say too much about the wallet, because I don't know when this video is coming out. But what I will say about it is it's incredible. It has a lot of features built into it, and the routine you're about to see could not be done without this wallet, because it combines a very unique Himba style principle along with a very unique card loading principle that allows all of this to take place. So I'm sorry to be vague, and if you've seen this after the wallet's come out, I absolutely intend to do a review show special on it, so you can check it out. And if you're watching this video before the wallet's come out, you can be sure that I'm going to be doing a review show special. But this is a 1914 wallet, and I started playing with this very early on. So Dee and Lewis Lavelle they created this wallet. Lewis created the wallet, but Dee and Lewis worked together to bring it to market. And they showed it me very early on. And I was like, oh my gosh, There are so many things you can do with this wallet. And I then went away and probably created about 100 routines with it. And I've been working these in over the last few weeks and months. This routine is one of my favorites. It feels like Colossal Killer, but it's not. And there's no off by one approach to it. What we have here is a routine where you openly put a wallet down from the very, very beginning. You have somebody name a card, and the spectator finds their named card in a very clean way. A very, very clean way. Then, and then you tell them that there was a card in the wallet from the very beginning. They name a card during the course of the routine as well, and the card that they named is the one that's in the wallet. And when you take it out, you're back in stack. I mean, it's incredible. It really is. It's become one of the strongest things that I do. It doesn't require a table. Let's have a look at it. I'm going to perform it for you so you can see exactly what the routine looks like. Luke, we're going to do something with a pack of cards and a wallet. Okay. Now, I should tell you before I do anything, I have put a card inside this wallet. It is in the ID compartment right next to my Magic Circle membership card. Nice. Okay, we're going to get back to that in a minute.
Easy flex.
Exactly. Now, we're going to get back to that in a minute. We are going to use the wallet for something else. We're going to use it to isolate a card in a second. Okay. But I'm not going to do anything in this trick. You are. You are going to be empowered to be able to predict the future. Do things that you never thought was possible, and I'm deadly serious about this. Wow. So, in a second, you're going to pick a card, and we're going to pop it inside the wallet to isolate it. Okay. And you can take any card you want to, but you're going to try and go for the card that Jack is about to name. Jack, 52 cards in the deck, name one for me, please.
Jack of Hearts.
Do you want to change your mind, or are you happy with the Jack of Hearts?
I want to stick with it.
Are you sure? Because, I mean, there's lots of cards to pick from. You could go for this one, or this one, or this one, or this one, or this one. Are you sure you want the Jack of Hearts? You don't, I can't convince you to change your mind.
No, I want the Jack of Hearts.
He wants the Jack.
110%.
He wants the Jack of Hearts. I can't convince him to change his mind.
Really want it,
okay.
I really want it.
So what's going to happen in a second is you're going to go through, and you're going to take one card out. Let's say that you went for this card. What you're going to do, without looking at it, you're going to pop it. We're going to pop it away inside the little credit card slot of my wallet, keeping it nice and safe. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. And it is really, really important that you have a free choice of any one of these cards. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. You're going to get a free choice of any card. Before you do, by the way, can I ask you to do one more thing? Throw you a bit of a curveball here. When I snap my fingers, can you name a card? Just don't name the Jack of Hearts. I mean, you could name the Four of Clubs, the Two of Hearts. It's totally up to you. Which card would you like?
Four of Hearts.
Are you sure? Mm-hmm. Do you want to change your mind?
No.
You definitely want the Four of Hearts.
Yeah.
I can't get you to change your mind. Okay. Mm. So we'll get back to that in a minute. I'm going to spread through the cards. You want one card. Remember, the card that you're wanting is his card. Oh. Touch anyone. That one there. Are you sure? This is kind of an important decision here, Luke. So if you want that card, that's fine. Mm-hmm. If you want to change your mind, that's also fine. This is your chance.
No, I'm good.
You're good. Yeah. We don't want to change your mind, no?
No.
Okay. I'm going to pop it. Whoop, there you go. I'm going to pop it right there inside the wallet. Okay? Mm-hmm. Now think about this for a minute. You could have named any card. You could have named any card, couldn't you, mate?
Yeah.
Any card at all. And you could have touched any card.
Yeah.
You touched one card and one card only in particular. Yeah. What was the name of the card? What was the name of the card that you said again, Jack?
That's the Jack of Hearts.
You said the Jack of Hearts. Do you want to take that card out? Have a look at it.
What?
I am a magician.
You are a magician. But here's the thing. Remember I said that I put one card inside the wallet from the beginning?
Yeah.
You remember that, right?
Yeah, I do.
And what card did you name?
Four of Hearts.
I'm going to show you the card inside my wallet for the first time.
What the hell?
Right next to the Magic Circle membership card.
Of course, yeah.
There you go.
That's why you're in the Magic Circle, mate?
Absolutely.
Wow.
So that's the routine, and that's exactly how it plays out. Now let's talk about why I love this routine so much. There's a few reasons why I love it. First of all, it's a 5-second reset. I can go into this routine pretty much any time I want to. As I walk away from the table, I've got to do one thing, which takes about 3 seconds, 4 seconds, and I'm reset, ready to go again. Second of all, even though it's using a Mem Deck, it keeps the deck in stack. There's 2 cards that are out of position. I've just got to put those cards back into position, and I'm back in stack. It keeps the deck in stacked order, which is really great. Also, I love that there's a kicker ending with this routine. So all the way through the routine, you're talking about how you're going to get the spectator to find the other person's freely named card, and that's what the whole concept's about. You also have this moment where you go, oh, by the way, can you name a card? They find the spectator's card in impossible conditions, excuse me, but then at the end, you then show that the card that you had in your wallet that you referenced at the very beginning was the card that they named, which is just killer. It really is. They don't see that coming. They never see that coming. They really enjoy the first phase, and then you can very cleanly open up the wallet and show that the other card that they named is in there. And then you can openly take the card out the wallet. I mean, it's such a wonderful moment. The other thing is there's no palming or anything like that. You know, you might be able to achieve this sort of thing with, you know, if the wallet's in the pocket and it's out of play and you're loading your card in the wallet as you bring it out. But that's not the case. The first thing that you do is you put a wallet down on the table, or you give it to a spectator and get them to hold it in between their hands. And you say, we're going to use this in a minute. I've got a card in the wallet. We'll get back to it. So it's out on display from the very beginning, which makes backtracking and trying to deconstruct this routine almost impossible, really, from a layman's point of view. And then there's some very cheeky and interesting ways during the course of this routine that you're actually getting to the cards that the spectators are naming, and it takes advantage of the unique principles of the Himba with this wallet in order to get yourself very far ahead. Before the spectator realizes what's going on, you're kind of already done. There's also very little sleight of hand with this at all. There's one move towards the end of the routine that you can eliminate if you want to. And when, I believe this particular routine is going on the project for the wallet. And when it does, there's going to be another handling of how to handle that sleight at the end. So if you don't want to do the sleight, you don't have to, which would make it completely self-working. So it is very, very easy to do. And I mean, the only other thing I can say is it's very, very nice that you can have two cards named with no force, no limitations, no equivoque, no, do you want number cards or odd cards or whatever it may be. Nothing like that. They get a freely named choice of card twice. And the first card they find, the second card's been in the wallet the whole time. Very, very killer. It's my new favourite Mem Deck routine to perform. And although I've got a lot of other routines that I do with this wallet, this is probably one of my favourite routines that I do with this wallet. So it's highly recommended. If it's not out yet, it will be out soon. This new wallet by the 1914, I've been working with it for a while. It is my new favourite wallet. It does everything a wallet should do, and it does a whole bunch of stuff that wallets don't do, including this routine, which I believe is going to be included in the tutorial. So guys, that is your third routine with a Mem Deck that you've probably never seen before. So there you go, guys. That is another magic stuff in the bag. It's another 3 best trick series in the bag. I'm probably going to do another one of these videos on Mem Deck Magic because they're very popular. People seem to love them. So I am going to do another video or two on Mem Deck Magic moving forward. Let me know if you want to see that. Also, if you want to see other videos on the 3 best trick series that you haven't done before, please let me know. I'd happily do that. Also, don't forget, if you want to see more videos like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Please leave a comment down below. I read every single comment that you leave, so it really means the world to me when you do leave comments. And I'm going to be back again tomorrow. There's going to be 3 videos tomorrow. There's going to be a short at 2 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, we're going to have a live. And then at 9 o'clock, I'm going to be here with a review show revisited. So thanks once again for watching. Have a great day. My name's Craig from Magic TV.